Hello there guys, Fengferth here, and welcome to game Dev Tycoon. I love this game. I actually really do. I played it pretty much non-stop yesterday for a good solid 8 hours. It's addicting. Mind you, most Tycoon games are addicting. This one's pretty cool actually though. As the title says, you are a game developer. You have to develop games. You have to try and make profits. You have to try and keep everyone happy. Blah de blah de blah de blah 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 blah. So, this game's actually been in the news recently on a lot of channels and in official news as well. They pulled a little stunt, and well, that's it. Green Art Games pulled a little stunt. They basically had two versions of the game. They had the official version and the cracked version. They released the official version a few days before, and a few minutes after the official release, they released the cracked version on torrent sites. Now, both versions are exactly the same except for one difference. The cracked version had basically a message that popped up that said that their games, a few hours into the game, that their games were being pirated, and they were actually losing money, and they would eventually go bankrupt. It didn't matter what the hell they did; they would just go bankrupt. Now, the funny thing about this is that a lot of people were complaining on forums, not just their forums, but on Steam, where the game doesn't even exist, and other places, and they were saying, "Oh, well, you know, it's not fair. The pirates keep getting the game and losing all money." Some people even suggested, have I got to research DRM? And it's like, oh god, fucking irony. I'm not going to go too much into this though, because I have already put up a video about this, and I will actually link the page where they did this little stunt. But overall, it's pretty depressing. I think of the first day, only a few people. I think it was 8% of people actually bought the game legitimately, and 94% had torrented it. And before you tell me that's 102%, I know it's a guesstimate. You know, it's solely from a couple of percentages off. Okay, let's just crack on then. So the first thing you'll notice is that there's no main menu in the game. No, there's not. When you first start, you actually get pushed straight into it. The settings is actually on the pause menu. So if we have a quick look, there's not many settings. There's music, sound effects, volume, window mode. Window mode's horrible. Full screen's actually not that bad, but for some reason Bandicam wouldn't sodden recognise it before. I had to do this manually, which I am not a great fan of. And apparently I've got no high scores. So yeah, right, let's get the tutorial. Don't care about this. Okay, so you start off with, oh my god, my mouse is flickering. Brilliant. Yep, so we need a company name first, okay? So what are we gonna pick? I'll go good in BA. For those of you that don't know what that stands for Bullshit Arts. I wonder if you can have a slogan or something. Yeah. So, Bullshit Arts. We are EA's cousins in business. Except we don't lie to our consumers. Yeah. That's like it. Right. So, I'm the Fengferth. And we can even change what hairstyle we have. Just keep with that. That's fine. Okay. So, you start here. And welcome to Bullshit Arts. So, you start in a garage. First thing you want to do is develop a new game. As you can see, we have a little bit of cash. We've got 70k. It's 1 year in. It's actually already 3 weeks in, which is not good. And we don't have a project run at the moment. So let's develop a new game. Okay. So we have to pick a topic. We only have access to 4 at the moment. We only know sports, space, military, and medieval. So I think to start off with, we'll pick medieval. Pick a genre. So we've got 5 genres to choose from. So we can have action, adventure, RPG, simulation, or strategy. Let's have a strategy. Let's have a medieval strategy. I'm sorry if my speaking's not that clear. I've had a few extractions out, and I still haven't fully recovered from them yet. I'll tell you what though, them needles that stick in your gums, god, that stuff's fucking great. Until a few hours after it wears off. My god. Anyway, we have two platforms. We have the PC, or we have the G64. I'm not even gonna tell you what that's supposed to be, but we're gonna go with the PC. Now we need to name the game. Of course we do. So let's name it. Oh god, let's name it Bad Times. You know, medieval strategy, bad times. Yeah. Next, right, now we can have text-based or 2D graphics. Let's have 2D graphics. There we go. So, when you start the first process, you get a little bit of stuff. So we've got design technology. Now, these numbers actually affect how good the game's going to be. You also get bugs as well. Now, bugs need to hopefully be ironed out before you actually release the game. That's kind of cool. Research. You actually need that to actually start researching stuff like new game engines and stuff like that. It's actually pretty cool. Okay, so here's the development stage. Now we need to focus on. There's three things we can focus on. We need to focus for strategy. We need to focus on gameplay and engine. So mainly gameplay, a little bit of engine, and not so much on story and quests. And then we've got okay. So that process being done now, time is ticking away while we're doing this, and it's also there's also monthly overhead costs, so we need to consider as well. So you need to bear that in mind. Okay, so we've got 3 bugs, 3 design, 3 technology. It's not too bad. Okay, stage 2. So we need dialogues, level design, or artificial intelligence. Not to bother about dialogues. It's more for RPG stuff. Level design needs to be quite high, as well as artificial intelligence. In fact, probably AI needs to be more than that. There we go. Let's try that. And there we go. Got some more bubbles. Yay! I really hope my mouse doesn't flicker in the actual video. That'll be damn annoying. Okay. So development stage 3. Now, as you notice, there actually features in now. I can't actually click. I can actually take basic sounds off if I don't want it on, but we do want basic sounds on. As you research more stuff, you'll have access to more stuff. You'll have more access to thingies. That's more like it, thingies. Right, world design. Yeah, we'll have a fairly big world design. Graphic and sound, meh, so. Okay, brilliant. Didn't take us very long to do that. It took us 3 months. Now, as you can see at the end, we're actually working out the bugs. And while we're working out the bugs, we actually improve the game as well. And if we wait a little bit longer, we might improve the game even more. However, after a certain time, it'll just stop upgrading, and then you can just finish. There we go, brilliant. So it now calculates how well you've done. You actually get experience in this game. So depending on what you worked on more, you get more experience. Which obviously we worked on gameplay probably the most, so we got quite a lot of experience from that. Now, leveling up these is actually pretty good, because not only does it give you access to research some stuff like, say, game engines and whatnot, it actually makes the game a lot better as well, and a lot more efficient, would be a nice way to put it. You also have a level your main character as well, and obviously once you actually move into an office and you start recruiting employees, they also gain experience as well, which is pretty cool. So we're going to actually test the game or release the game. Well, since it's our first release, we're going to release it. Why not? Now, while we're waiting, we can actually research stuff, so let's do that. Now, we can research a new topic or custom game engine. Now, as you can see, it actually requires research points, so we're going to go for new topic, and we're going to go for racing. There we go. Now, obviously, this takes time as well. And here we go. The first reviews for our newly released game, Bad Times, came in. Let's see. So we've got a 6, shows potential from Star Games. 7, beautiful from Informed Gamer. Good game from Game Hero. And medieval strategy is a great combination by all games. Yeah, I don't actually recognise any of these magazines, but hey, you know, we'll go with it. Whatever. Okay. So, Bullshit Arts, a newcomer in the game industry, has just released their first game, Bad Times. The game received favourable reviews. Brilliant. So, as you'll now see, if we just quickly pause it, you actually got units here per month. and obviously there's the month scale. It will actually show you. Also show how much money you've made from it. So we've actually sold, that's a lot of units to start off with actually. That's really good, and it's actually hit the charts at 13, number 13. That's brilliant. Now fans is actually also important, so obviously as you make games you actually gain fans. But of course at the same time, if you make really shit games, then you do lose fans as well. But fans are really important, especially later on in the game. Have we finished our research? Yes, we have. We've done racing. Yay! Let's develop a new game. Actually, no. I might research one more topic to start off with. Yeah, let's get fantasy in there. Why not? So as you can see, we continue to earn money. However, we're still continuing to pay maintenance costs as well, overheads. And we've achieved 10k units. That's actually really impressive. Good start. We've nearly earned 100k. We've got 115k now. That's really good. Okay, now I've got no more research points, so now it's time to develop a new game. That's something you're going to be doing a lot of, funnily enough. So, let's start off with a fantasy. No, actually not. Let's not do a fantasy RPG. Let's do a racing action racing. Let's do it for the PC. Now, I should mention as well that obviously, depending on what platform you have, there's actually different costs. So obviously for the G64 it would be a lot more expensive to produce for than the PC, but they have a bigger market share, so you'd actually sell more units overall. And you need to weigh out the pros and cons really. So what we're gonna call this one, racing action. Let's call it what should we call it? Let's call it turf out. Yeah, let's call it turf out. Brilliant. Yeah, it's going to be 2D. Okay, brilliant. So, load of bugs already. We're not very good at racing games, clearly. We want to focus more on the engine. Not so much on the story quest, and a bit more on gameplay. There we go. Let's try that. Wow. A very buggy game. Right. AI, we don't need to... maybe just eclon bar for those, I think, and leave dialogues as it is. There we go, and now Bad Times is still selling. That's good. It's still rank 33. That's brilliant. We've made a lot of fans as well. Okay, so I'm not going to be too bothered about well design this time around. We're going to focus more on graphics and sound, even though we can't really do very well with that kind of graphics and sound. But you gotta bear in mind, you know, you're starting off in the 80s. This is where it all started. So you know, we actually earned quite a lot of money from our first game. That's impressive. And now we just need to iron out all the bugs. Okay, so now and again you get new buttons like this. It just tells you what's going on. So as you can see, the G64 is steadily outselling competitors in the PC sector, and consumers prefer the lower price and the greater availability and blah 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 blah. And it might spell the end of competing hardware manufacturers. Fuck will it? That's a spoiler, by the way. But yeah, okay. So let's finish this up. Yay, we got a new record, we got better design, yay, and we're getting some experience from it. Let's release it. Turf Out, oh yeah, that's a good game. The first reviews for our new game, Turf Out, comes in. 7 5 5 6. Hey, so not too bad at all. And now what you can actually do is you can actually look at your game history and see what you've made. So Bad Times, as you can see, that actually got a 7 overall. Tells you how much income you got from it and how much profit you got from it, as well as the costs and whatnot. And as you can see, this one hasn't actually been sold yet. So let's do more research. We're not going to research custom engine just yet. We don't really need to. In fact, I've gone through, I think it was until the this is a spoiler, so if you don't want to hear it, then I suggest skipping this little bit. but I actually got to the PS, the play system. Do you know what that is? The play system. I got to that with just 2D graphics, so you know it's quite possible to do. Game engines are very expensive and they take a hell of a lot of time, so you need to make sure that if you do make a game engine, make sure it's worth it. I finished Turf Out and I'm impressed with your talent. Yay, I'm in the contracting business and we could use skills like yours. This is actually really great now, so what I can start doing is after I've just made a game, I can start doing contracts. Now contracts are just another way of giving money just in between games. So here we are, find contract right now. This kind of weird how this works. So we've actually got 3 weeks on this one. So for example, if you do it, you get 24k. If you don't do it, there's actually a penalty on your account. I've got 3 weeks to research kind of 10 design and 10 technology. Put some research to play test in a game. Let's try that. Okay. So as you can see, it's just going bubble, bubble, bubble. In fact, I might not have time to do that. Fuck me. It's amazing. According to rumours, the Japanese company Ninvento, yes, is planning to launch its very home gaming console. Ninvento is known for the wildly successful arcade game Dinky King. Oh dear. Now, yeah, sometimes this will happen where you actually kind of have a breathing, you scratch your head. And I actually kind of felt that was a bit poo. That was unfortunate. I don't know how good you can try again next time. Oh, fuck off. I don't want you. Anyway, let's research a new topic. Let's research sci-fi. Oh, sci-fi. That actually brings me on to my next game. Next game I'm going to make. Indeed. You have successfully researched a new topic, sci-fi. Brilliant. Let's develop a new game. So we're going to have a sci-fi RPG for the PC. And we'll call it Bass Effect. It's a sci-fi RPG with fish in it. There we go. It's going to be text-based as well. Oh yes. Text-based Bass Effect. Right. So it needs to have decent story and quests. Engine can be crap. Gameplay, so. Let's try that. Fairly decent, no bugs yet. Dialogues need to be a lot more better than this. Level design, meh, and AI can just be all there. Yeah. Today, Ninvento has confirmed recent rumours and announced their plans to release a new home game that was called the Tess. Yes, the Tess. The Tess. The Elder Scrolls! Right. Well designed graphics. Yeah, we need well designed. Graphics and sound doesn't really matter because it's text based, so we don't really care. There we go. Okay, let's see what happens here. Lots of bugs. Just need to iron them out. Hey, come on. Come on. There we go. Bit more. Oh, I found another bug. Damn. Is that it? Is that it? Okay. Yay, new record. Brilliant. And look at all them level ups. Jesus Christ. Okay. Let's research romance. Oh. Okay, so the review for Bass Effect 7. 7. 8. And 7. We bet our competitors. Oh dear. Right. 70 units or so of this baby. Oh yes. It's not a lot, is it? Okay, we got romance now. Brilliant. Can we do some contract work? Something that's not as strenuous? No, okay, maybe not then. Right. Let's research superheroes then. Okay, brilliant. Lovely. Money's rolling in. Money is rolling in. Now after a time, you will actually get asked if you want to move into an office once you've gone with cash. While it's really tempting to do that, it's sometimes not a very good idea to do it straight away, because your overheads go up considerably, and if you're not making good games, then you're going to go bankrupt very quickly. Right, okay, next game. Also, it's a good idea not to try and make the same genre of game a second time round, right after another one's just been made. So if I was to make another RPG, another sci-fi RPG, it would get actually worse reviews. So you want to make something a bit more fresh. So what we're going to do this time, let's have a space, let's have an adventure, let's pick PC, and let's call it, what should we call it? Star Break. Yeah, Star Break. Star Break. Right. Let's go for 2D this time. Hey, the TES has been released. Brilliant. Right, so let's have fairly decent gameplay and fairly decent story quests. Engine doesn't need to be great. It just needs to look pretty. Starbreak. What made me think of that? Right. Oh, okay. So, space adventure, we need fair decent dialogues, fair decent level design, AI to be absolutely stupid. Good. Bass Effect is now off market and regenerated 99,000. Brilliant. Well designed, meh. Graphic, sound. Actually, yeah, the graphic and sound can be better on that. There we go, brilliant. Yay. Okay, so sometimes this will happen as well, where people want to interview you. It's always a good idea to do this because obviously you actually get like a hype over your game. So, in fact, you might So as you can see, we've got hype over the game now because we've got that interview. It's in the news. Now, hype's really good because people will actually be more inclined to buy it the day it comes out, which is really good. However, it can backfire as well if you make a shit game and people are really hyped about it, then you will actually lose fans, so something to be aware of. Okay, so research, topic, let's go for spy. Brilliant. Let's have a look at the reviews, let's see what's in. We have a 4! A 6. Okay. 5. And a 5. Wow. This is actually better than new Star Trek. I'm not kidding. That is actually better than Star Trek. The new Star Trek score. Wow. Okay. You have successfully researched the new topic, spy. Okay, brilliant. Can we develop a game now? Oh yes, let's have a spy. Let's have a action. Let's have it for the PC, and we're going to call it 008. Yes, brilliant. Oh, love the game puns. Love the game puns. Let's see how this goes. Right, let's go for story quest. Nah, I don't need that many story quests. Just actually story quests, gameplay, fair decent engine. Yeah, it's fine. That should be good. Okay, so dialogues. AI can be a bit more challenging in this. Come on. Right. Well designed graphic. Let's go for graphic and sound. There we go. Brilliant. Hey, and we're finished. So let's just iron out all the bugs. Starbreck is now off the market and we generated 62,000. That's more than what Star Trek made. Too funny. Right, let's go. Yay, new record. Brilliant. Let's release it. So, numbers have exceeded expectations by far. I love games that come with the TES, and playing with a controller is so much more fun than on a keyboard. Is it really? It's more comfortable, definitely. City. Okay, let's see what's coming. So we have a 5, a 5, and we guess a 4, a 6. Go for 6. Go on. Oh, 4. Damn. I don't think that's better than new 007, as unfortunate as that is. I've lost my mouse. No, I actually have seriously lost my mouse. Oh dear. Unfortunate. Right, 2 ticks. Wow. Sorry about that. But yeah. So this is basically the main bulk of it. You're going to be basically developing games when you can, basically. But you need to make sure that you're researching stuff and doing other things as well, like the contracts. Unfortunately, I can't show on this. I haven't really gone that far on my PC. On my laptop, I've managed to get to the third office, which is absolutely cracking, by the way. Third office is really neat. So, if you don't want to listen to more spoilers, I suggest you skip ahead. But when you get to the third office, you can actually research stuff like internets, and you can actually own your own conventions and stuff like that. And if you get even further than that, once you start releasing AAA games, which you will be able to do eventually, you can also then make your own console, which is really cool. Really is. As you can see, we've actually done a contract now, so we've got quite a bit of money in the bank. Now, I'm hoping this one sells pretty well. Unfortunately, it doesn't seem like it's selling all that well. Well, it's selling okay, not brilliant. You know. But, yeah. Anyway. So, what I think of it so far is that, you know, it's a pretty good game. It can be repetitive, as you probably clear, especially when you first start off, as you saw there. It does seem repetitive once you get to the more better stuff, once you get to the offices, and once you're able to do stuff like train your staff up. Especially when you get to the third office, it's a lot more. There's a lot more stuff to do, and once you've got the ability to make AAA games, so satisfying. But yeah, it's pretty cool. It really is. If you guys enjoyed this, then what I might do is I might carry this on as a let's play. But for the time being, this is just the first impressions, second impressions. But yeah, it's not that bad at all. It's not that bad at all. So then, guys, I think that'll be it for today. I'll put that link in the description below if you want to see the figures of the cracked version and stuff like that. It's pretty frightening, actually. It really is. But yeah, I think I'll see you guys again. Bye bye.